What's up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and it's days like this that I enjoy making videos about DSP. And why did you say that? Why do you enjoy the DSP content on certain days like this? I'll tell you why. Because it's videos like this that I watch that expose Phil for the liar that he is. And we all know he lies about everything, but it's extra juicy when Phil gets caught in his lie. And you guys know my motto, folks. My motto in life is that if you want to know if someone's lying to you, you be quiet and you let them speak. Eventually, they're going to tell you the truth. And that's what Phil does here. Now, what lie specifically am I talking about here? I'm talking about DSP Reacts and how Phil spurgs out and says the lie and regurgitates the lie over and over again that the channel is supported by memberships. Right? That's what Phil says. And the reason is because most of his videos are going to get claimed because he's just reacting to other people's content and so on. And we know that's a lie. That is an absolute lie. And why do I say it's a lie? Is because of this showcase that happened yesterday and the Microsoft showcase that's supposed to be happening on Sunday. Now, you guys know that Phil committed to doing these two showcases a little bit before Street Fighter really popped off. And I think he's having buyer's remorse now, where he's seeing that he's getting all this money from Street Fighter, and what he really wants to do is just play Street Fighter 24/7. That's what he really wants to do because he loves that sweet tip money. Case in point, yesterday's showcase and podcast, he had $0 on the podcast when it was finished, and then the showcase, I think he finished off with like $40. And of course, the reason is because he's got terrible on those reacts. The showcase wasn't really that interesting, but Phil made it even worse, and his attitude made it worse because you could just tell he didn't want to do it. He was sitting there thinking about Street Fighter and the tips that he could be potentially making on that content, right? And that's what exactly happened. He did his react, he stopped that, he did like a 30-minute his react to the reaction, and then he decided to play Street Fighter for about an hour and 15 minutes, and that's where the tips rolled in. So now, of course, he's upset and he's contemplating, wage quitting the showcases because it just doesn't bring any money in. And of course, he's trying to convince the dents that it's a good idea that we not do the Xbox showcase event because Street Fighter is more important. The Street Fighter tips are more important, essentially. So let's hear Phil here just continue his lie, and we'll talk a little bit more about it.
As for the live react, how did it go? Well, Summer Game Fest was about just under 2 hours long. It was a mix. There was some stuff that I felt was good. There was some stuff that I felt was very boring. Honestly, I don't think there was a single wow moment, which is sad because when you have a big event like this, you want to have a couple wow moments, and I don't think there was a single one. I mean, I think the wow moment was supposed to be Final Fantasy VII, what was it, Rebirth? How is that a surprise? We know it's being made. We know what the plot is because we've played Final Fantasy VII before. We know it's going to be open world outside of Midgar, right? I mean, yeah, it was nice to see some of the combat, but nothing really blew me away. If you want my coverage of this event, so you're going to be able right now to watch my recap and reactions video. That's the video where I go through the event and step by step I tell you about each thing that happened and I tell you my take on it. It's about a half an hour long video, maybe like 30-40 minutes long. That's live right now over on DSP Reacts. But if you want to watch the raw react, it's blocked. Why? Because there were multiple things in there that got claimed on YouTube. One of them was a clip from the upcoming Twisted Metal TV series. NBC claimed everyone's video that had that in it and blocked them. Everyone who uploaded Summer Game Fest has had their video blocked because of this stupid clip of Twisted Metal. By the way, the show looks awful. The writing was atrociously bad. It wasn't funny at all. It was cringeworthy, like corny as shit. And everyone who reacted to this thing had their videos shut down because of it. What a joke. What a stupid joke. Okay?
Yes, that typically happens. And what ends up happening is that they realize that the NBC and stuff like that, or whoever realizes it, and what they do is they just waive they waive the claim. They remove it eventually after a day or two. Now, yes, the showcase wasn't that great. I completely understand that, but you as a host, you need to really provide some good content. You need to be funny. You need to make some jokes, and you need to work with what you have, Phil. And you just don't have it. You were miserable and disappointed, and you could see it in your face and your verbiage that you didn't want to be there. All you did was shit on everything, which you did, and you gave that vibe like, why am I doing this? I'd rather be playing Street Fighter and getting tips. And you could see it in your face because your podcast made $0, and then your $0 in tips. And then the React content, you probably walked away with about $40 after it was done. And you did like a quick 20-minute react to the React, and then you decided to play Street Fighter. And that's when the dents rallied and gave you the tips and got you past the tier 2 tip goal. So you're sitting there saying to yourself, man, this is sweet money. I should really be playing Street Fighter nonstop because Jack Raxter and the other dents are just wailing out. And that's what you're thinking about, Phil. You're not thinking about providing good content, good quality content, and you're not thinking about giving good content for the money that the members on DSP React are paying for. You're to you that's a second thought, because you figure you should be giving me money. You should be looking at the membership on DSP React as a holistic thing. It's for both DSP Gaming and DSP Reacts. It's for both. But you're not just giving me one membership. You have to give me 2 memberships, right? And Phil, this is where rubs me the wrong way. Where Phil couched this channel as membership supported, as in memberships. He has the $4, $10, and $20. And it was supposed to be interactive, right? And it was supposed to be a 3-pronged thing where you're supposed to get 3 types of content. You're not getting 2 of them. The interview thing never happened, never will happen. The monthly long form React, you stopped doing it because it just wasn't getting the support that you wanted, i.e. tips. The last 3 times you did it, you barely cracked $75. And that's why you stopped doing it. Your Ask the King show, you put that on hiatus as well. Why? Because no one was paying you any money for it. And that's what pisses me off, Phil, is that because you sit here and you try to convince the dents that the memberships will give you great content, you'll get value for your money, and you're not. You're essentially just doing a weekly show, and then you're doing a couple stupid reviews of old movies. Is that worth $4 for a standard membership, or $10, or even $20 because you have those ultra supporters? Is that really worth $20 a month, Phil, just to have the opportunity to have your video watched? No, that is terrible. And I think what pisses me off even more is that you constantly complain about no ad revenue because your stuff is getting claimed because you're too lazy to edit those videos, because you can edit it yourself. You don't need any fancy software, Phil. You could do it on Word, on Microsoft Media Player. You could cut out those pieces and re-upload the video. It takes a little time, but if you really want that ad revenue, you go ahead and you do it. And it pisses me off that you sit there and you complain and you lie about it. I think I'd be okay if you would say, well, you know what, no one really cares, I'm not getting money for it, so I'm not going to do it. I'd rather hear you say that than lie and do what you're doing here, where you trash the event and you blame the event for why you're no longer going to be doing the event. And what you're doing next here is you're trying to convince the dents that, hey, it's a good idea that we not watch this Xbox showcase, right? Which of course is going to be big. It's going to have Starfield, it's going to have a bunch of stuff. Let's not do that because, it might get claimed, and I think you guys would rather watch me play Street Fighter and tip me. That's essentially what he's saying. So DSP Reacts is a trash ass channel, and it's trash because he lies about how it's supported. Phil, it's despicable, Phil. You paywall everything, and then the problem is you just don't paywall it with just memberships. You paywall it with memberships, super chats, super tips, super thanks, ad revenue, everything. I mean, it's just utterly trash. And I'm pretty sure you're gonna start cutting out those weekly React events because, of course, the ad revenue just isn't there. And of course, you're lucky if you make $80 in tips.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm having YouTube run its system to remove this 2-minute clip of Twisted Metal from the video so you can watch the other hour and 45 minutes. The problem is that system is junk. It could take overnight, it could take days to work. Now, when it runs its course, it should be visible. But sadly, there's nothing I can do to make it run any faster. I'm literally staring at it right now. That video got 120 views, and then it got blocked. And so no one has been able to watch it since. So it really sucks because I put all that work into it. I did a freaking 2-hour live react, and no one can watch the live react right now. All right, I apologize. I hope it goes live overnight. That was a lot of effort and work to put into it for it to be blocked, and now I get nothing out of it. All right, what I will say is people who were there for the live stream were nice. They were supportive. It was a good stream. We had good conversation after the fact with the recap reactions portion, so that was nice. But it's really disheartening that I put all that work into this special react and the whole thing's gotten screwed up. I almost kind of feel like I wasted my time. All right. So hopefully when it goes live, you'll give it a look. But by then, you'll probably have watched the whole presentation yourself. What a waste, right? Anyway, after that we had time. We had an extra hour. So I actually went to Street Fighter 6 and played an hour of Blanca in Street Fighter 6. Then for the late stream, you guys had voted you wanted more Street Fighter 6 overall. So we did more Lily and more Dalsim. Let me tell you, I'm getting better today. So overall today was a great day. Support was quite good, but I was very disappointed with how the React event went because of YouTube shutting down my React video because of this stupid clip of Twisted Metal. By the time it goes live, and it's been in editing now since 6 p.m. So 4 hours, it's still not done. And it's a 2-minute clip it's trying to remove from my video. It could take all night. It could take tomorrow. The video will probably end up getting no views now, right? Because no one can watch it. All that time and effort for a video no one can watch, and it will not get attention by the time it goes live. It's very frustrating to me. And I'll be honest with you guys, it makes me kind of not want to do the live reacts anymore, because I feel like there's too much of a liability that YouTube will screw you up and shut you down. Like, for example, there's one coming up on Sunday, and it's the Microsoft and Starfield event, and I don't think I even want to do it, because I don't want to get up super early to do this live react that then will just get shut down again on YouTube, and who knows when it'll go live, and then I'm going to have less time to play games because everyone wants to see me make advancement in the new games, and I can't even play them because I'm doing these reacts, and the reacts can't be watched. So we'll talk about it. Let's talk about it tomorrow. Let's talk about it Saturday. Let's determine, do you guys really want me to do this react on Sunday or not? If not, we'll just do more gameplay, which I'm sure you guys will be happy with. But if we do it, it's going to delay gameplay. We're going to have less gameplay this week, and it's probably going to get shut down on YouTube again. So let's talk about it the next couple of days. All right.
Alrighty, folks, there you go. There you go. It's everything I said. It's just so annoying. He doesn't want to do the React content because he's worried that it's going to get taken down. But even though he's still getting the super chats, the super thanks, not the super thanks, he's getting the super chats and the tips and the membership. He's still getting that, right? But yet now he doesn't want to do these reacts. So what exactly is it the Dents are paying for this membership on DSP React? Because the weekly show gets the same exact thing. The weekly show, he reviews it, and they all get claimed because he has content in there that's going to get copyright. So what's the difference? So is he saying now that he's not going to do any React events? So we have the interview, gone. We have the monthly long form React, gone. He doesn't want to do React to like gameplay and stuff like that. That's going to be gone. So what's left? The one Friday show, and then he carves it up and he pieces it out, you know, throughout the week to make it seem like he's pumping out content. That's worth $4, Phil. God, you're a scammer. You're a pure scammer, Phil. That's what you are. You're a scammer, and it just annoys the hell out of me that you have to be so goddamn greedy. Just do the stupid events, right? And just be happy with the memberships and the tips you get for it, okay? And just call it a day. Stop being so fucking greedy. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.